Okay. Firstly, if you hear some stuff in the background, we're doing construction here, so bear bear with me. It seems as though every 6 months you have some game developer or the creator, a company that creates a game engine that comes out of the woodwork to share their shitty opinion. And here we are again with none other than Ubisoft. So, we're going to work through the article and we're going to break it down, all right? Ubisoft exec says gamers need to get comfortable not owning their games for subscriptions to take off. Let's get physical. An executive maker, Ubisoft has said gamers will need to get comfortable not owning their games before video game subscriptions truly take off. Speaking to discuss the launch of Ubisoft's new Ubisoft Plus platform and Ubisoft Plus Classic subscriptions, Philippe Tremblay, director of subscriptions at Ubisoft, explained to GI.biz, okay, what needs to happen before subscription services become a more significant slice of the game business. Here's right here a more significant slice of the video game business. It's about money. That's all it is. It's about money. At least he admits that it's about money right off the bat, instead of going into this bullshit diatribe about how we need to cut costs and expenses and blah 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 blah. I don't have a crystal ball, but when you look at the different subscription services that are out there, we've had a rapid expansion over the last couple years, but it's relatively small compared to other models. Here's the thing, right? There has been a rapid expansion, yes, but like a rubber band, it has snapped back. I want you to think about all of the different services since Netflix first came out. You had Netflix, you had CBS, you had NBC, all of these, HBO, all of these had their own Paramount, AMC, even DC had its own subscription service where you can go online and watch all of the DC content, such as the TV shows and the movies. Where are all of them now? They have either shut down completely or they've been gobbled up by bigger competitors. Those bigger competitors do not offer what those smaller subscription services were offering. Like, for instance, the DC service was gobbled up by HBO Max, which was gobbled up by whatever the fuck it is now. I think it's just called Max now. But when DC went away, a lot of the access to the smaller niche of DC content that you may have enjoyed, like let's say Static Shock or another cartoon TV show, did not make the jump over to HBO Max. What ended up happening? That ended up on a rotation. Maybe it was here in January, but it wasn't here February or March. Then it was back in April. Then it was gone in May. Then it didn't return in July, June. Then it came back in July, and so on and so forth. When you have that physical media, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter where. You can walk over, you can pick it up, you can insert it into a fucking DVD player or your Blu-ray player or whatever or driver on your fucking computer, and you can watch it when you choose to, when you want to, without a company telling you, oh, your content went away for a few months because we're trying to save money on our servers, where we're wasting too much money on all of these servers trying to keep this service alive and up for you. We're seeing expansion on consoles as the likes of PlayStation and Xbox bring new people in. On PC, from a Ubisoft standpoint, it already been great, but we're looking to reach out more on PC, so we see opportunity there. One of the things we saw is that gamers are used to a little bit like DVD, having and owning their games. Yeah, no shit. That the consumer shift that needs to happen. They got comfortable not owning their CD collection, DVD collection. Did we really? Did we really? Or was that kind of low key forced on us? Where people just stopped going physical and going digital. But here's the thing. Now, you say that, oh, we're moving away from, this form of media. We're going from physical to digital. Are we saving money? Right? If a game costs $70 physical, is it only going to cost me 45 or 50 digital? No, it's going to cost the exact same. So what am I saving? I'm not saving anything. You're saving. You're cost cutting. You're cutting out a process to save you money to help your bottom line, and putting a timer, an expiration date on me that I'm unaware of because I don't know whether or not your company's solvent. Maybe next year your company goes fucking bankrupt and it shuts down all of its servers. No one wants to buy your catalog. All of that's just simply gone. I completely lose access. Or somebody purchases your catalog and then I'm unable to go to that person and go, hey, I had access with them, you purchased them. Can I continue to access this game that I had with them before? And they tell me no, you have to repurchase the game. You see how scummy this suddenly becomes when you as a consumer don't actually own anything that you spent money on, that somebody else can arbitrarily at some point in time determine when it no longer belongs to you. That's fucking insane. That's absolutely insane in every single way, shape, and form. We're gonna skip over the part where he tries to humanize himself and say that, "Hey guys, I'm just like you. I struggle just like you do. You don't have to worry about it. You can trust me. I'm a AAA studio company executive. Streaming is also a thing that works really well with subscription, so you pay when you need it as opposed to paying all the time. It's fair to say Tremblay's comments haven't gone down well. Some gamers would prefer to buy their video game on disc as opposed to downloading them or streaming them. But it's worth pointing out that Ubisoft, like many other game publishers, does still release its game on discs. And while digital sales have grown as a portion of overall sales over the years, a significant portion of players still prefer to own their games. Tremblay's comments also bring up the issue of video game preservation as more games go down the digital route or rely on internet. I don't know why my brain stopped working on those last two words, internet connection to work. So does the risk that these games are lost to time when their servers shut down? Developer Remedy Entertainment was heavily criticized for Alan Wake 2 as a digital only video game to keep the price below $60. Crazy, right? Crazy when a developer says, hey, we're not going to be doing physical media, but guess what? You get to save money on our game. Fuck if Ubisoft is going to be one of those people that does that. The physical versus digital debate is sure to grow even more vociferous as more publishers consider our perhaps inevitable all digital future. Last year, the leaked news of Microsoft. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Microsoft. Um, it's a money making ploy where Ubisoft is looking at its bottom line. Some of its games haven't popped off. Assassin's Creed hasn't done as well as some of its more earlier installments. They're not getting the returns that they're looking for, so they're looking around anywhere they can. Subscription model, cutting out physical sales in order to make money. They're doing all that, whatever it takes. And I learned this years ago with Xbox. When the Xbox 360 started doing TV shows and movies, you would purchase that media, but way down at the bottom, it would tell you when your access to the media um would expire. And I thought that was crazy because if I went into a store and I paid $50 for the DVD box set for an entire season, it was anathemic, insane to me that if I went into, let's say, FYE and I purchased it, that the FYE cashier would be like, okay, you have to return this in, like, 3 years. And we're not going to tell you when it's going to disappear. We're just going to walk into your room, we're going to pick it up, and we're going to leave. But you know these are the conversations that happen behind the scenes every single day, looking for ways to basically nickel and dime customers. And the easiest way to do it is to vote with your wallet, is to not sign up for these services. It is to purchase the physical media or purchase the digital media and make sure that the digital media has rights, that it belongs to you and you will always have access to it. But like I said, Ubisoft has Ubisoft Plus, that is separate from the Steam. Who knows if Ubisoft Plus is going to be here in a few years? Ubisoft has made the decision to basically force that down our throats. Whereas EA used to have Origin. Origin is no longer a thing. Most of Origin's games are now on Steam because EA has essentially given up on running its own, its own gaming platform to compete against Steam. They've given up on that. We've seen Epic made the jump over. Epic may be the one that may outlast Ubisoft, in my opinion, because it has more things to offer on its end in regards to multiplayer games. But man, fuck that. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Like I said, I'm sorry about the sound in the background. We're doing some construction work throughout the whole house, so it might be a little bit noisy for like the next video or two, or maybe I'll just do my videos at like 2 in the morning. We'll see, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.